Oh, Echo. My dear Echo, I had so much hope. Actually, I really did have hope. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even trying to be sarcastic or anything. I actually had hope for Echo. But my hope started dwindling when they said we are releasing the 5 episodes all at once. It's like they just wanted to get rid of the show. We just want to get it out, people to talk about it, and then it ends there. You know what I was expecting in Echo? I was expecting it to be like, you see how we had Punisher, we had Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. There was a time Marvel was doing like really good TV shows. Chini ya Maji, they were like really, really good. They were a standout from their actual movies. Their movies were like real good highlights, we are saving the world. It's all sunshine and rainbows. We are going to defeat Thanos. Oh, la la la. But their Marvel shows were dark. They felt DC kind of dark. Especially if you look at Daredevil and the Punisher. Oh, the Punisher was good. Oh, actually, you should watch most of them and just do a breakdown of them and just remember those good times. That was what I was expecting with Echo. But it was... I have to admit, I didn't even... I pushed myself to finish the show. I had given up on episode 3, but I had to finish it so that I could give an honest assessment of the show. And I also had to kind of go deep and just know who this character was. Echo is such a great character. Okay, not a completely like great character, but she was a fun character. A character that you would bring out. Like how they did it with Iron Man, Captain America. They were not like characters that were out there, but the movies made these characters great. So this TV show was a great opportunity to bring out the fun or rather cool aspect about Echo. They didn't do that. First of all, they changed her powers. Her original powers were, she's deaf, right? So she has this heightened ability to copy the people she fights, because she when you have a disability, one of your senses kind of heightens up. Daredevil doesn't see, so his other senses are like really, really sharp. For her eyesight, she's able to predict how she's going to fight. Rather, she can predict how opponents fight. That was like her thing, But they changed her powers. You couldn't really tell what her powers are. They just linked it to her being Native American, as in her character was mostly based on her being Native American and deaf. I don't think that's how you should do characters with disabilities. I believe there are TV shows, movies that have done really, really well with characters with disabilities. Let's not even go for Daredevil. Daredevil wasn't fixated on the fact that he was blind. It's because of what he did, because of the fact he didn't let his blindness define him. It was actually an advantage when it came to fighting crime, right? Look at the guy from X-Men, the guy from X-Men on the wheelchair. I don't remember his name because I'm not really a big fan of X-Men, but look at him. He's like really, really cool, right? Look at Toph from Avatar The Last Airbender. She's blind, but the fact that she's blind is what makes her such a great bender, because she doesn't move like other airbenders. She doesn't move like other earthbenders. Her skill is unique because she has to listen. She has to make sure all of her other senses are like up there. That's the bad thing about basing your character in the fact that she's a woman, she's deaf, and she's Native American. That was the plot point of this movie. That is all. If you want to, as I've said this time and time again, if you want your characters to be loved by people, they can have all these things about them, but don't let that define you. If you're going around the world expecting people to see you as special because you're a woman, you're black, you're white, you're red, you're all this, you'll be very disappointed, because people are like that. What sets you apart is your character. What defines you as a character? Are you able to overcome things? Are you able to fight for yourself? Are you able to change as a character for the better or for the worst? As in, can you deteriorate as a character or can you elevate as a character? What drives you? Is it revenge? Is it becoming a better person? Is it saving your family? Is it saving yourself? Is it saving your country? What defines you? But that's not the fact. those were the four solid things about this character. The other thing was ASL, sign language. I feel like the sign language kind of dragged the show. I'm sorry to say, but it did. It really did, because there was a time they did so much repetition. There's someone who's interpreting, yet it's being, especially in the first episode, I can't really explain it, but we were getting interpretations like 3 times. It's written, it's being said like 2 times, as in, this character is supposed to be really good to a point where she can read lips, because her senses are heightened, right? Because in the comic book, she's able to read lips. Having sign language shouldn't be always there all the time. It should be there, yes, but it shouldn't run the show. It really dragged the show. I feel like the show that really did sign language in aspect of highlighting a deaf character was Walking Dead. I feel like Walking Dead did a great job. Actually, towards the final seasons, season 8 and 7, because I kind of fell off after some time. The ASL kind of dragged the show, and I believe the ASL was the reason why certain shots were done like that, so that they could accommodate ASL. Sometimes I feel like even just signing would have been enough, and just doing the titles, it would have been enough, because I'm thinking, even if you're trying to represent everyone, I don't think a lot of people naturally are not deaf, right? It's a very small percentage of people, and I believe they can read the text, right? And they can also see the sign. So you don't have to interpret it so many times to a point where now it's dragging the show. That's just the thing. As I said, they really highlighted the fact that she was deaf. I feel like it shouldn't have been the key cornerstone. I feel like her character growth would have been. From the beginning to the end, I didn't see any kind of character growth. She was just moody and angry from the beginning to the end. Kingpin. Do you remember how Kingpin was carrying Daredevil to a point where people wouldn't even say his name? There was someone who gave out his name under duress, and he literally killed himself, or rather he offed himself, because of how scared he was. Because if Kingpin knew he revealed his name, that would be it for him. So he was like, let me just finish the job here and now. That's how dangerous Kingpin was. And now in Echo, he's just there, father figure. I was even looking at the interviews from the guy who does the role. He didn't even look into, as in he wasn't even into it as he was supposed, because he was like, there was this statement he said, he was like, I was just trying to work to bring out the character as best as I should or I could, meaning he was trying to work with what he had. As an actor, you can only do so much with the script that you're given, and that is what happened. Either way, as I said, great idea, wrong execution. There's a reason why they got all the 5 episodes out at once, because they just wanted to do away with it, and for it to just end, people to talk about it, and for people to move forward. I feel like they really wasted this character. She would have been really, really cool. Her powers were bullshit. They were just... you couldn't even understand her powers. That's the thing. She was just associated or locked into a chain of girl bosses from time immemorial. As in, I feel like it would have been told better. As I said, these days it's like Hollywood just wants people to hate women. And as I say, there are so many great ways you can write strong female leads. Look at Jessica Jones. She was such a great female lead. She wasn't complicated. She had her own agenda, as in, she wasn't looking to be great. She was just looking to just go day by day, figuring her powers and why she had them. And, I feel like this was such a great character. I was expecting darkness. I was expecting so many things, but they really wasted this character. And I'm really sad about it. I really wanted to like it. I'm not one of those people who are usually just ready to hate on something. But if something is bad, you'd rather just say it. And this one was not good. So I don't know. We are going to be seeing her, I'm thinking. So yeah. The other thing about Marvel shows, before I finish this video and not make it too long, is that Marvel makes you do homework. When you're watching their shows or their movies, you're supposed to have watched a couple movies, TV shows to understand where you are, That's the other thing that I noticed. A lot of they clickbait. They clickbait a lot of people just by bringing Hawkeye, Daredevil, to keep you hooked, thinking that, I would have loved to see a collaboration between Daredevil and Echo. But anyway, that is all I have for Echo. I hope this breakdown helped kidogo from someone who's a relative normie to comic book series. The Marvel comic book series, DC comic book series, I'm a relative normie. So I'm just saying it as it is. If you've come this far, thank you for tolerating this face and this voice. And if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment, follow, like, share, all those great things. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.